back to another episode of DNA.
Yes. So, we've got a little Grinchmas going on here. Because Dave is the Grinch at Christmas. He doesn't love it.
No.
Right, so we are going to do a Q&A. This is our first Q&A.
So not our fault if we don't do it right.
So, I've compiled a list. So,
we did put it out. Nick put it out on Facebook and Instagram. And we did get some comments on YouTube. Now, a lot of comments were very similar.
Yeah.
So we've tried to otherwise...
compile it?
Yeah.
Now, I want to start off by thanking everybody that's contributed to the Super Thanks. Let's start. So, Brad and Ange Adventures, who are in Tassie at the moment, who spotted our DNA sticker at Pine Garner Pub. Good job, guys.
Pub in the paddock.
Yes. Righto, so where were we born?
I was born in New South Wales at Parramatta Hospital.
I was born in Osborne Park Hospital, Perth, WA. Where did we grow up?
I left Sydney or Parramatta when I was about 4 or 5, I think, and went to Yanchep Turox and virtually lived there until I was 15. Had about 6 months of school left in year 10, and we moved here to CARAVAN.
Where did I grow up? I grew up in Bassendean until I was 5, and then I was in Greenwood right up until I was 21. Then I moved to Panawanika and worked for a couple of years. In between that, I lived in Kununurra for I think 2 years with parents moved up there for work, and predominantly Perth.
Yeah.
Siblings. I'm an only child, that's why I'm the cardboard cutout and don't do anything.
Yeah, always. They've got to announce everything and...
Yeah, like we're at the airport.
Wants a gold star for every little thing she does.
Absolutely I do. And you?
I've got one sister, younger.
Yeah.
So, on that, while we're talking about what? I'm 57. Nick?
I'm 45.
65.
I'm 55. How many kids? Now, Danielle Marnie has asked this question, as well as Brad and Adventures, and Marg Tarbert, oh, that's a mouthful, has also asked how many kids and how many grandchildren do we have?
So, we've got 5 kids between us. I've got 2. Nick's got 3.
Yeah.
We've got 5 grandkids between us. 4 on my side and 1 on Nick's side. They all call us Nan and Pop. There's no oh, that's not my Pop or that's not my Nan. They love us the same. They treat us the same.
So blended family.
Yeah. And
Marg also asked where we met. We met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay, the Coddy-Wampul couple. How long does it take to set up and pack down as our van seems very uncluttered?
I'll answer that one.
Answer that
I'll
one.
answer that one.
Yep, go.
Takes me nothing. It takes more time for Nick to do her hair and get ready than it does to pack the van up. Virtually, we have the coffee machine out. It gets put into a bag, put into the sink. If we're already hooked up, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, obviously there's,
if we know we're going in the morning, well then stuff will be put away that night.
But we really don't have a lot. We're not those people that have everything out. I do have a few knickknacks, and I usually just stuff all them in the pillows on the bed, and bathroom stuff just gets put in the cupboard.
Yeah.
So very simple, and obviously
and setup's the same.
Yeah.
By the time I get Indy's stuff out, put it in, Nick's put the coffee machine out on the bench, put the TV up, we're ready to sit down and relax.
15-20 minutes?
Yeah, that's including you getting ready.
Hour at 15. Okay, Rachel Harbridge. How did you get the courage to start? Did you sell everything to travel?
Yeah, we sold everything.
Yeah. Now, the courage, I wouldn't say it's a courage thing for us. We've done it probably long enough to know that we enjoy this lifestyle.
Yep.
Far better than being in a house. Now, as you know, we're doing a house kind of sit at the moment. Not loving it. I've even had to buy some slippers because my feet hurt on the tiles. And I'm having to track so far because it's a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I think for us, we just felt like it is something that...
It's something we wanted to do more than be paying off a mortgage and sitting in a house and working 55 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
So the draw card was there. It's never the right time, it's never the right time to do it. But if you want to do it, just go and do it. You can always go back if it's not for you.
Oh, for sure. What else did you say? If we got a base, where would it be? Now, we've had this question a million times on the road with each other. We haven't found that perfect spot. We love Karratha. We love Albany.
And we like it up at Two Rocks. It's sort of, how can I put it, when you go to Two Rocks, it's still a sleepy little town. But unfortunately, as you're getting older, you do need to be close to transport, hospitals, doctors, decent shops, that sort of stuff. So, but we still really haven't found exactly where we want.
No, we haven't. And we're not ready for a base.
No.
We aren't.
No.
Also with Rachel Harbridge, Vicky Alice has asked, how do we finance our travels? Well, we don't. We're broke. No.
YouTube, we get a little bit of money off YouTube, like we said the other week, around that $900 a month. We also just, if I can pick up work, I should do a lot more work than I do. And Nick should be putting a bloody sign out and cutting hair, but she doesn't. But we're just eating into our funds because who cares?
Yeah.
Can't take it with me.
No. Okay, Arcadia Earthworks and Contracting Services has asked, do you miss having a shed or a garage with tools to work with?
No, because I just go to his place and use his. Good on you, cuz.
Love you, Craig.
But no, look, we just sort of found that for us, the more cupboards and the more space and the more bigger the house or shed or whatever, the more stuff you buy to put in it. And you tend to be working to fill these spaces. Yeah, now the money that we got, we tend to have as experiences, driving to different places, looking at different things instead of buying stuff to put into a house that goes into a cupboard. Yeah, if that makes sense.
How did you feel about getting rid of most of your possessions?
I didn't care.
It was easy as. Yeah. Like we haven't found it difficult. Obviously, we've kept things that are important, like your photo albums and stuff.
Which no one ever looks at.
No. But yeah, we've got 8 boxes to our name, pretty much, and we didn't.
Once we decided we're going to go, like Nick said, "Oh, do you want to have a look at that? That box has been in the shed for 5 years. I haven't missed it because I haven't been looking for it. Just throw the bloody thing in the bin."
Yeah. Yep. Okay, just cruising with Mick and Sally. What first got you interested in caravanning? Was it something that your parents did, or was it something that you desired to do from your own interest?
It was something I was doing before.
When we met.
Yeah, I was sort of in the process of doing it. Kenny Taro used to be one of my bosses as a butcher. He had a caravan. He come to my farm once, and I sort of looked and went, man, this is cool. So I went and brought one. And it just went from there. Just started travelling, enjoyed it, and that's how we've done it. Yeah,
so on that note, Dave and I have been together coming up 9 years. So he was already in the process of selling the farm. He'd sold his butchering business and had already had the caravan and the car and was heading off. And he sort of said, did you want to come? And I'm like, well, I'm kind of a coffee and cake kind of girl. I don't know about this caravan and business. And what did you say to me if I said, I don't know if I'm going to like it?
Well, the only way she'd know if it wasn't working out, because she'd go to the toilet when we'd get up to get fuel. When she come back, if all the shit was on the side of the road, she knew it didn't work out.
Oh, God. He also asked, how do you keep your butcher's knives sharp while you're on the road?
I don't. I hardly use them, as you know. I've got a machine, I just put them in that, just sharpen them up. So if you want a knife sharpened, come and see me, I'll sharpen them up for you.
Tanya Locke, how do you manage to have your van looking pristine and immaculate every episode? It always looks amazing. We just live this way.
Yeah. Everything has its place.
We have a routine. We, you know, because obviously I'm the pillow queen, so they all sit on my chair here, and if I want to have coffee, we need to make the bed. So
no, I need to make the bed.
Our routine is we get up, we make the bed, we have coffee and vacuum through, wipe everything down. We just live tidy. We don't actually have everything out. The only thing that out is
the coffee machine, virtually, and all this crap that Nick's got at the moment. And someone else did ask, Nick will find your name, where do we put it all? All up here. I think she's got it in a cupboard up here. Look. That's it. And just rotates it around.
Yeah, pretty much. Janine Ramsey, love you, Nick, and your van looks amazing, but where do you put all your decor items? Up there. So yeah, I pretty much just keep it there. I have it very minimal, and I just, like Dave said, I just rotate just to, you know, freshen it up, give it, and I actually do it every sheet change. I change all the pillow colours and yeah, swap out. And someone asked me, where do I put all of that? Well, I actually have all my pillows with pillows under them. So there's like 5 pillow covers on one pillow.
Yeah, so one pillow with 20 different pillowcases, and just take one off and put one on.
Maybe 5. Yeah, so she also asked when they're not in use, Christmas, Easter, and while travelling. So Christmas, Easter, we've got a box under the bed which houses Dave's butcher knives. So I just stack it in with all of that, and while we're travelling, most of it just gets shoved between the pillows on the bed. Denise Teasdale, hi Nick, where did you get the Christmas tree? So that's this Christmas tree. I got it last year before
Wangaratta.
We went to Tassie, in Big W, Wangaratta. I think it was like $15. Phoenix Fox, hair. How do you keep your hair so fresh on the road? I wish I could do it as well. Any DIY tips? And Debbie Wilson asked the same. I'm a hairdresser, so it's easy for me, I suppose. I usually cut it myself. I have probably 3 cuts a year professionally. I colour it myself and get Dave to help sometimes, but I have a full-length mirror in our bathroom, so I can foil it myself between the 2 mirrors. And I make an effort.
Yeah.
Snap and Kylie, what do you do when free camping and batteries are low and the weather is bad?
Well, we've now got a generator for that, and we've put extra solar on the roof. So yes, it's probably overkill when it's really, really sunny, but you need as much solar as you can for gloomy days, because they only bring in 10% of what they normally would. So the more solar you got out, the more amps you can bring in.
12 wheels rolling. Was there ever a point where you wanted to give up van life? If so, what changed your mind to keep going? Now, this was recent, pretty much. We went to Perth, obviously, for family, and we were there for 2 weeks, and we just couldn't hack the traffic, the noise, the busyness of everything. Yeah, we just enjoy travelling, and we sort of did think at that point, you know, maybe we should pull up, but yeah, that changed our mind really fast. Was there ever a situation that scared the living crap out of you?
Not really. Like,
I mean, frightened, probably.
Couple of storms.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit, you know, hairy.
But nothing. Look, I'll touch on that. We're normally always, if we're just pulling up and it's nice and level, we're still attached. So we have been to a couple of spots and you think, doesn't feel right, move on. So we just go to the next one. Yeah. So just follow your gut. If it doesn't feel right, don't stay there, because you won't sleep, because you'll be ears open, eyes open, every little noise. So just move to the next one.
What was your worst experience? I don't think we've had a worst experience, and yeah, I don't think we've had one. So
apart from like in that when we camped on the edge at that 10-mile peg, where it was really, really windy and the raining and that.
Right on the edge of the cliff.
It's not really on the edge of a cliff, but it felt eerie. That was probably.
Was there an incident or situation that is a memory you will cherish forever? It's a long story. If you ever meet us, I'll tell you it. It's when Dave proposed to me in Manning Gorge.
On the Gib. under the river, under the waterfall.
Yes.
She wouldn't come. She's screaming and crying. Thought there was a crocodile, and
because someone said there was a crocodile as soon as we got there, and I thought David'd seen it and he's calling me back. But anyway, that was probably the most memorable. It was a whole to-do. Johnny Clark, the worst experience it might be a campsite road, just a road in general, a pub or a caravan park.
well, not really. Like I said, we touched on it. If we get to a spot we don't like it, we just move on.
Probably the worst road we've been on would be Steep Point.
Oh yeah, but we didn't take caravan there.
No, God,
Geez,
no.
the corrugations.
Well, they didn't
the
say
worst
we
of it,
caravan, but
yeah.
Anything you felt was not worth the trip? I don't think it's ever not worth the trip.
You'll never know if you don't go.
That's right.
So
John Cullen, do you ever get bored or tired of the travelling, and what are your remedies if you do? We don't.
no.
We just don't. I guess if you're bored of the area, you just move to the next.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Kate Kogel, do we find travelling with a dog is limiting? We have two, but haven't done a lot of travelling in our van.
Alright, so I'll answer this one. It depends on your dog. Got a spot where she sits. We can leave her somewhere. She doesn't sulk, whinge or carry on. But sometimes people have these little dogs, and people ask me, well, how do you get them to stay? Ours is in the bed with us. I said, well, don't let it. It's so hard if your dog's already like that to try and change and train it now.
I mean, Indy's done it from
a pup.
Yeah, so she
Virtually,
doesn't know
so.
any other way.
We don't have that problem with Indy because
No.
she's not a barker. That's why we got a staffy, and she's quite happy just to stay at the caravan.
Yeah.
But we've been in parks and stuff, and other people, you pull up and their dogs are barking because they've got anxiety.
Yes.
Nick had two dogs that had bad anxiety.
Yeah,
I had a cattle dog that had a bad anxiety. Every time you left,
it does
used to
make
bark.
it tough for people, and it doesn't limit us because we always find a camp spot that can accommodate Indy if we want to do national parks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Colleen Perry, how do we find campsites, Wiki? And this is also asked by Debbie Wilson. Yes, we use Wiki.
Wiki for everything. Very rarely, or sometimes we might drive past and there's some caravans parked on the side of them. Well, just pull in and have a look.
Yeah.
But usually, Wiki camps. What?
I ring Norm. Love you, Norm. Why did we choose to get rid of our oven?
Never used it.
No.
Weighed 38 kilos.
Yeah.
Gone.
What camera equipment do we use, and what do we need?
Okay. So we have spoke about this in the last video, and I did say to Nick we're not going to mention it, but now someone's asked. We've got a GoPro 10 with a media pod on it. It's been really good, apart from it does get hot doing stuff like this. I've just got a computer. I just use the free Microsoft, I think it's called Clipchamp editing. I don't pay for anything. The only thing I pay for is the music through Upbeat. Canva for thumbnails, but it's the free version. Our Samsung phones, we don't really film with that, apart from Nick does Instagram and little short reels for YouTube.
Drone.
And the drone, which is a Mini 4 Pro.
Norm Perry,
hang on, so we were going to look at it. That's what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
The DJI Pocket 3, I think it is, which we're going to look at, but we'll have a look at the Boxing Day sales.
Yes. Norm Perry, do you have a plan A and B, for example, when the rain comes, roads closed, anything like that?
No, just keep driving.
We
we don't plan anything, very rarely.
Okay, there you go, Colleen Perry. Just as we talked about what equipment we have, the GoPro just died.
Just overheated it, turn it off, swap the battery out, and hold it up in front of the aircon just to cool it down so we can start going again.
Okay, we're up to Norm Perry. Would you consider a house or farm sit?
Yeah, of course we would.
Yeah. Trekking Oz, washing down, how do you go with keeping the rig and van clean whilst on the road? We don't.
I tell you what, buy a white car and a white Caravan. Ours always looks fairly clean, but it never is.
No, we're about the dirtiest one on the road, I reckon.
But white does always look cleaner than any other colour car. We've had all sorts, but
yeah. Taylor's on tour. Any hot butcher tips, Dave? She got the drumstick, filleting out the drumsticks, watching an episode, and she's saving heaps of dollars. So
I mean, look, there's all like we did before. You could get a lamb, and I think there was a couple other people asked questions about it. It's very hard to.
If you're not a butcher,
it's very hard. Like Nick watches, and she reckons she can bone the chicken drumsticks out, but
nah,
Indy does a better job.
Yeah,
chewing the meat off it. But look, it's hard. Just be look for cheaper cuts.
Frugal.
Yes.
Is the word.
Wait for things to be on
special
or buy in bulk, or only buy what you normally eat. Don't overdo it.
What cooking needs do you carry? Example, flour, spices, etc. I've packed spices galore with the intent of cooking lots, and don't seem to.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't.
Because it's always easy cooking. So
yeah,
we sort of salt, pepper, garlic, ginger.
Couple of sauces, and
we've got a tomato sauce and a smoky barbecue sauce.
And ketchup mayonnaise.
That's
about it.
Nick's got a few spices, but end up going hard in the jar and we throw them out. So.
Danielle Smith, we are full-timers too. It can be very overwhelming when you first start travelling long-term. How do you vote? Do you remove yourself from the electoral roll? I don't think you can remove yourself from the electoral roll once that's why they fine you if you don't vote. Yeah, so we had to do it when we went to the American Truck Jamboree. That was that weekend, so we had to do that before. Or you do an absentee, or you just do it in the town.
Or you do, the other thing you can do is, because our mail goes to Nick's mum's, they just inform us, hey, don't forget to vote.
Yeah. Doctor's prescriptions. We just do scripts online.
Yeah.
So we have the same medications, so that's not an issue for us. And if we do need to go to any sort of doctor, we just wing it and go to any doctor.
Yeah.
Vet. We don't really go to vets for Indy. We obviously had to get the injection before we went to Tassie. But
that was just a worming tablet.
Yeah.
But she's had all the needles up to date.
So we just do that whenever that's in need. Our mail goes to my parents' place. So that's licensing, registration, insurances, all of that just goes directly to Mum's. We didn't need a storage unit because we only had 8 boxes. And ambulance cover, we've just got HBF.
Yeah, so we just got ancillaries. So just the basic that covers emergencies.
Yeah. Sophie Panda, how often do we move camp? Just depends. If we're in a good spot, we
can stay for a week.
Yeah. If we didn't do YouTube, we probably would stay longer at places, but
because we're trying to get content. Yeah,
for you guys.
We can't stay at a place for 2 weeks because you'll go, oh, you're still there. So that's why we do travel. Seems to be fast because we need to keep content coming up.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't sort of stay too long in one spot.
We try and sort of at least probably 2 spots a week.
Yeah.
On average. Ramblin' Round Oz. Hey guys.
Still waiting for your sticker.
They are. Best cuts of meat for a casserole, a roast, and a barbecue, etc.
Look, rump is probably a good all-round sort of steak for us. Sometimes I would prefer to make a rissole than buy a bit of steak that is not going to be tender. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
Usually lamb at the moment is the cheapest meat, so I just buy a leg of lamb and I'll bone it out and dice that up for a casserole, or the chicken drumsticks, dice them up, bone the drumsticks out and make a curry out of them with that.
Hair, top tips on hair care styling. Well, as I touched on before, I'm a hairdresser, so it's easy for me. I guess for travelling people, wear it up. I mean, it's easy. It's easy. It's quick. It's not cheap to get your hair done on the road. So a box dye is totally fine. you know, everyone's, oh, Bauxite. They're totally fine. So, I
Go
think,
with the greys.
yeah, go the natural. Tips on keeping grey water tanks smelling fresh.
Okay, so we did have that problem here because in most caravans, they all run straight to the grey water. There is no P-trap in anything. So when we redone the sink in the bathroom, because that's where all the smell come through, we put a P-trap in.
Yep. What's your go-to Christmas recipe? Last year you
Carton of beer and a loaf of bread.
No, you did that.
I boned out a turkey buff.
Yeah.
With macadamia nuts and cranberries.
Yeah. So that's what we do.
Or a bone out of chook.
Now we're going to break this one here because Juanita Lane touched on our washing line hack and our washing machine hack. So Dave will put in.
I'll put in a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And I'll put in the link of the video for it.
And look, if we could have got paid for our washing line hack.
Yeah, I'll put that up. Well, I won't break. I'll just put all this up while we're talking.
Yeah.
And you'll hear us in the background. But I'll have to have a look at it. But we put it up on the same thing on Instagram as we did on YouTube Shorts. Instagram, we had, I think it's like 1.6 million views.
We're gonna get paid for that
thing. If I had 1.6 million views for it on Shorts, it probably would have made a couple of grand, but because it was on Instagram, we got nothing.
Right, roving around Oz, what does it cost to be on the road over a 12-month period?
Lots.
I think on average for us, because we don't have children, probably 1,200 to 1,500
It
a
all
week.
depends on how far you drive too. That's your biggest expense.
Fuel's your biggest killer.
Or ours, because we try to free camp as much as possible.
Yeah.
So fuel's our killer, and everyone's killer. But
Yeah.
look,
If you can slow it down and stay in places for a week or so,
and not drive far.
or not eating out is a big one.
Yeah, that's the hardest.
They're your cuttings.
You
of
can't.
cost.
It's not a holiday, it's a lifestyle.
No, it's a lifestyle.
And that's the hardest thing when we went around.
Yeah.
You just think, oh, we're on holidays.
We'll go to the pub, we'll go to the bakery.
We'll get this, we'll get that. Now we just buy a pack of frozen pies and put them in the air fryer.
What do we do for me time? Dave walks Indy a lot.
Yes. So when Cranky Pants is on, she'll stay in there and watch TV or talk to her girlfriend, and I'll take the pig for a walk.
I don't know, Dave and I like each other's company, so we don't really need me time as such, but look, I think we all need me time. And I think if people sew, they crochet, they read a book, they go for a walk, whatever works for you.
Just don't hang on to crap.
Yeah.
Like if you have an argument,
let it go.
let it go, because it's a small spot.
It is a small space, and look,
Have your bit, walk out and come back in. Right, you finish. Yep. Happy? Said what you said.
We do argue
Move
too,
on.
just like everybody else. You just don't see it. There's a bit of swearing going on. All right, Marty Monster. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Why we decided to live this lifestyle?
Because I didn't want to work. I just love travelling. For me,
Life's too short.
yes.
And I think this is probably been the biggest one for us, is we have a lot of friends and family around us that have ill health and things have happened, and we don't want to leave it until you're at retirement age to do this because of that reason.
Yeah.
We want to do it now.
And like I said, 25, 30 years ago, I had melanoma stage 3. Back then, when you had melanoma, you virtually died. Very, very lucky, and I touch wood. That's why we're doing what we're doing. And I made a promise to myself, if I can afford to do something and it doesn't put anyone else at risk, like, going and buying a motorbike or a boat, as long as it didn't impact everything we could afford to do it, we'd go and do it. Hence why now we're doing this.
Yeah. Lewis Lyon, how has your setup changed over the years?
I started off with a 76 series with a retreat caravan. Then we went to
BT50.
I bought a B. No, I sold the Cruiser and brought a Colorado. Didn't like it. Didn't tow any better. Then sold that, and when I met Nick, I thought, bugger it, I'm just going to buy rent new. So I bought a brand new BT50 extra cab and a Silverline.
Still with the Retreat?
With the
Silverline.
Yeah,
That's
keep
right.
Up.
Keep up.
And then we sort of sold that when we got to CARAVAN and bought a house, and then downsized to a smaller caravan, which was just a Jayco Journey, and then we sold that because we weren't using it. Then we built the Lotus and the 79 and come back to CARAVAN because COVID hit. Someone offered me 10 grand more than I paid for the caravan, so I sold it to them, and then we bought his own, sold that, bought the Urban and the Patrol, sold them, and now we're with this setup. And I think someone else did ask if you could do it all over again, what would we do? Or just go straight to what we got now?
Yeah, you'd go the Ram 3500 straight up.
Yeah.
Definitely. And composite panelled.
A composite van of some sort, yes.
If you had your time over to start again, would you do anything differently? No.
No.
Probably earlier. Maybe you know, for us, our relationship's only 9 years, so I think this lifestyle is brilliant for families and children. I think, you know, the kids, when you watch, I don't know if you guys watch Elnick, most of you do, seeing those boys out there.
That reminds us of what we were like as kids.
Yeah, off devices,
yeah.
You know, building cubbies.
Playing in the sand, climbing on, gives Nick a heart attack every time I climb on the truck. But she forgets, we used to do that ourselves, you know. And
I think as a couple, at any age, with or without a family, it is a great mental health lifestyle.
But it's got to be something you want to do. If you're
it's not for everyone.
If you're not into travelling around in a caravan, don't go and do it.
No, it's not for everyone.
It's got to be something that you're interested in to go and do. Your gig might be you want to go it in a boat.
Yeah.
I don't. Nick spews too much. But,
but
if that's your gig, go with it.
Free camp safety, do you have any tips? Well, one, we have a dog. Two, most times if we're not feeling unsafe, we don't unhitch, or we just move on.
Unsafe,
we just move on.
Which we touched on earlier.
Yeah. Julie David Bierman, how do you manage your health requirements, like getting regular health tests, checks done, and if you need to see a GP or get sick, do you do a telehealth with a regular GP? Just find someone local to where you are and hope they take new patients.
So we've already touched on that, and usually when we do come back to Perth, I'll go back to the main skin doctor,
specialist, our normal GP. We just do a full check
and go from there.
But if we're on the road, we just go wherever if there's something in need. John Herbert, what is your favourite camp in each state? Now, WA would have to be Buddha's Rest, Karajini.
Yeah, so we done that with a few people. It's actually outside the national park, but you only got to cross the road and you're in.
Hammersley Gorge.
At Hammersley Gorge. Brilliant.
South Australia, Walker Flat on the Murray.
Yeah, we had a great time there.
New South Wales, well, Bingara or Bingara, however you want to.
We actually stayed there with Kylie and Snap. They done a bit of a trip with us to there.
Camp,
right on the river. It's beautiful. Beautiful little town.
Victoria was in Walwa at Gads Bend.
Oh, yeah.
That was brilliant. Tasmania was Valhalla campground. That's on Wiki, so definitely look that up. Nice and cheap. Massive sites.
Yeah, really, really nice people.
They've got toilets there and a dog off-leash area. Northern Territory was the Army Battle Staging Camp.
So far. We were there, we pull up, we had the concrete pad. The only reason we left it was getting too hot.
It was hot, yeah. Queensland was Charleville.
Right on the river
Ward
there.
River Camp. So Dave will put all the little wikis up so you guys can...
As we're talking, this will flash up.
Rick Bennett, have we been to Barham Kundruk on the Murray? No, we haven't.
No, not that I know of.
So we'll check that one out for sure. David Fleming, do we still have your STARLINK still on the front box, or is it put away. We are
It's always
looking
there.
at fixing our Gen 3 to the roof of the van while travelling and coming through the roof into the van.
So ours on the toolbox, the framework is tech screwed to the frame. There is a video. I'll try and link it in the description for you, if I can remember how to do it. Or and we just got those extension poles, which is just a vacuum cleaner poles. So I just take them off and put it back in. I don't even store it. Wherever it was when we turned it off, it just stays like that. And we've been everywhere with it.
Yep. Niall Lee, how often does Dave work?
Not enough.
How easy is it to find work?
I think if you're
not fussy,
you could get a job doing anything.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go, I don't really want to do that. While there's money in the bank, I'm sort of more reluctant to go to work, yes.
Ben Taylor, what emergency plans do you have in place?
Drive fast if you've got to. No, we don't really have it. Look, realistically, driving doesn't worry me. I can do 1,000 k's every day with the caravan on. So if we have to be back home in Perth, or we've got to be somewhere, at the very least, it's 4, maybe 5 days.
We have a snake bite kit, and we always check to see where the hospitals are, because obviously I've got gallstones, so we always make sure how far away we are with that. And that was also meaning mechanical as well.
No, that's why I bought a brand new car, new caravan. We just get it serviced. Johnny, that travels with us a fair bit from Canberra, he whenever we're there, he goes over our car like with a fine tooth comb. Yeah. But apart from that, just take it to Ram. But that's why we bought Ram Australia car, not what they call a grey import, where it's only if you do have a problem, you've got to take it back to that specific person who bought it off. Ram Australia, you can take to any Ram dealer and cover it.
Righto, here's the car questions. So all you. Streak Anthony Nardi, the Gen Y tow hitch, has it made a difference, or would you go to an air type hitch if you had the choice?
Yes, it has made a difference.
Huge.
They're not cheap. If someone wants to give me an air hitch one to try, I'll give it a whirl, but I'm not going to go and spend all that money again on an air hitch one.
Yeah. Gav Pierce, we are interested in buying a 3500 Ram. Have you had any problems, and what mods have you done?
I will link the video for all the mods on the
Outback Kitters.
Yeah. So suspension, canopy, fridge. We tend not to do like just specific videos on stuff. It's all through our videos. As we do something, we show it. So just virtue, the main thing is it's got a 2-inch lift, running 295 by 75. Someone else asked that question.
Yeah, Dave Thompson. Yeah.
But we spent the money on the car, but everything in the car is cheap side, and it works.
And have you had any issues?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Not one thing. And it's done 57,000 k's.
John Cullen, what tyre pressures do you run for the Ram and the van, and what weights on each?
So, haven't had it weighed, but the GVM on the Ram from factory is 5,352 kilos, so 5.3 tonne, a little bit over. I run 295s by 75 by 18s, and they run 60 pound all the way around. Caravan, I run 50 pound all the way around. I reckon the car, and I'm only guessing, I reckon the car is probably 4.5 tonne with everything in it. Caravan would be right on, it'll be right on that 3.5 tonne. So I reckon we're 8.5 tonne all up.
Good old GoPro.
Overheated again. So where were we up to?
Dave Thompson, is the Ram 20-inch rims, and if so, what tyres are you running?
So 295, like I touched on, 295 by 75 by 18s, Yokohama, Geolander, G16s or something, Geo16s I think. Yeah. I
Okay.
wouldn't have 20-inch tyres. Not enough.
Sharon, sorry.
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Sharon Taylor, what spares do you carry? Hubby seems to carry way too much.
Yes, I've seen inside Ben's car and caravan. Yes, way too many. Look, you're not that far away from somewhere if you have to buy it. You know, weight is a huge thing. So virtually, I take my toolkit, which is a very basic one. I've got a puncture repair kit, and an air pump to pump tyres up with, and a shovel. That's it. Don't carry filters, nothing. Nah, they're not spares. So don't carry anything.
Okay. Darren Cruz, can we recommend an insurance company for the Ram 3500? He's rung a couple and they will not insure if it's not garaged.
Yeah, so we had this problem. You can't insure anything
if you're full-time traveller.
If you're full-time travellers with no fixed address. You have to have a fixed address. You got to anyway. So whether it's your kid's place or your parents' place or whatever, you've got an address where all your mail and everything gets sent to.
So use that.
Use that address as your place of residence. Look, you know, as far as being garage, look, not everyone has a garage. So as long as it's
an address that you need to use.
That we found that, yes, you do get it cheaper if it's behind a gate in a locked garage. Yes, it is cheaper, but the problem is you have to go through like a specialist, like Club 4x4, Shannon's. We went through a broker and they got it through, I think it was, I can't even remember the name, but it was like a subsidiary to QVE where they have a specialised market for that sort of stuff. Not cheap, it's $4,000.
Oh, sorry, I just got a cramp in my leg.
Got a cramp from doing nothing. Come on.
Okay, so now we gifted ourselves a new coffee machine.
Oh, I'd give up the ghost, old brother. Jesus. I thought I'd won it over and it was all going good, and wouldn't do anything in the end. So she's now in the bin. Yep. And I'll cut in a picture of the new one. Now, we didn't go Breville.
No, we didn't.
Because they're $1,000. Tight asses, we know. But Ninja has brought out a new coffee machine, fully automatic. We didn't want to go pod. We didn't want the ones that didn't tamper the coffee because your coffee's not as strong. Yeah. So I think it was with our RAC discount, we got it for $660 something. Yeah. From Retrovision. So it's taken a little while. The first day I was like this, tasting that many different coffees, trying to get it back to how I could get it taste with the other machine. Finally got it going, works good. Yeah, so Merry Christmas to us early. And I think that's it for the year. So we hope you guys have enjoyed our content. We absolutely love this lifestyle. We're not ready to give it up. We want to continue on traveling. And we really appreciate you guys inviting us into your lounge room every Friday. Sorry about last week, but poor old Dave's been working. And we don't want to recap over stuff that we've already done. So we're going to do some different stuff next year. We haven't really mapped out exactly what we're doing. But circumstances change, so that's why we try not to say what we're going somewhere, because we say it, every time we say it, we don't end up doing it. Yeah, so we're not going to sort of disclose exactly what we're doing because we're unsure too for next year. So as we said, Dave's going to do a couple of things to the truck in January, get a few things sorted. We're going to spend time with our family in Perth over the Christmas break. New Year. So this probably will be the last video for that break. So someone else did touch on filming and showing in and around Karratha and in the butcher shop. A couple of people asked that. It's not my shop. Yeah. And I have to consider other people's don't want to be on the film. Yes. So that's why we didn't film that. If it was my shop, I'd set the camera up and show a day-to-day thing on it. But it's not for everyone either.
No.
So,
but we are going tonight to. They've got some beautiful Christmas lights around the town.
hopefully.
And we're going to film a little bit of that to finish this off for you guys, make it very Christmassy.
We did film, we went and seen our little Pilbara grandson and Steffi and Will, and the fire truck come past and it was squirting us. Nick was in a fancy dress and she got drenched.
Yeah, I don't know why I did my hair. Drown.
They were throwing little balloons, so...
It's very unique to the Pilbara.
Yeah, so...
we'll cut that in.
We'll cut that in,
Yeah.
so there is a couple of kids in there, but they're all having fun. They're okay for us to film it.
Yeah.
So... So thank you again for your support, and I hope you have a lovely Christmas and New Year. I hope the old Father Christmas drops you off some great gifts. Oh, this one takes them.
Yeah. And we'll catch you in 2026.
All right, guys. Thank you
so much. Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year to you all.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.